Well, hello everyone. I decided to show you some Italian cookies that I spoke about probably a while ago that I always told you I made for the holiday. So these are called Italian tarts, Italian walnut tarts. And you could also make a pie out of them instead of the little cupcake cookies, but this is our tradition that we know is the little bite size. And you could spray your pan, or you could butter them individually with your fingers so that it doesn't stick. So the recipe is really simple. I want to show you this too before I forget. So this is a mini tart shaper. They're really amazing. They help a lot. So each one you're going to dip into the flour so it doesn't stick. And this one's just to make sure it's level on the bottom. And this one will curve the sides out. So it helps make it, mold so you don't have to sit there with each finger. So again, it's a mini tart shaper. My brother bought that for me many years ago. So let me tell you my recipe. This was already refrigerated. This was much fuller. I'm down to half. I had, let's see, I probably doubled the recipe twice. Because I make a lot of them. I give all my cookies away except for 10% that I keep for my family. But the rest goes to guests and family, cousins, neighbors. So anyway, it's in New Jersey, we used to call them Italian tasties. So, but the real name is Italian walnut tarts. So you're gonna start off with 8 ounces of cream cheese. Room temperature, 1 8-ounce. And then you're going to use 2 cups of sifted flour. So you're going to use a half a pound of margarine, which is a whole stick of butter. So 1 whole stick of butter, 1 8-ounce of cream cheese, and 2 cups of sifted flour. And that's all you have to do. Mix it very, very well and put it in a container and stick it in the refrigerator. Keep it overnight. I use the melon baller to help me scoop it out so I get the same size dough. And in here, you'll see the walnuts chopped up. And what I do is I put them in a bag and I get my little meat mallet and I smash them down. So let me tell you what's in this. You know what's in that. So on the filling, you're going to use 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 cups of light brown sugar, 4 eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 cups of chopped walnuts, and blend it all together. Okay, and then again, always mix this too. Keep mixing it. You want it, for some reason the walnuts float up and the brown sugar on the bottom settles, so you don't want to do that. So I'm going to go over it one more time. 1 8-ounce of cream cheese, room temperature, 2 cups of sifted flour, and a half a pound of butter, which is 1 stick. In the walnut mixture, again, you're going to have 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 cups of light brown sugar, 4 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and you're going to have 2 cups of chopped walnuts. You're going to bake this at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. And they come out like this. They're really, really yummy. So let me break one in half so you can see it. So again, it's a tart. See the filling? It's so delicious. It's a #1 family favorite. So I sprayed mine. You can butter it if you want to. So let me show you how I do it. I get 1 little ball, put your thumb in there, pop it in. And just fill them all up. My brother and I used to have a competition on who made more. He was so funny. God bless us all. Hope everyone's doing great. So when it comes out of the refrigerator, it's going to be a little hard and stiff, but you could still work with it. When we were kids, we didn't have that. Excuse me, the tart press. We didn't have that. So we'd have to sit there and put flour on our fingers, and we'd sit there and mold it. Takes a little time. There was a lot of us, you know, in the family that would help Mom. This is definitely a team effort. Okay, guys? So let me show you how the round one, see how the round one is? Put it in flour, and then go like that. My mom didn't have this when we were growing up. Again, you can make this a pie. Make it real easy for yourself. You're going to use the same outside with the cream cheese and the... Don't worry about it sticking. So you're going to use the cream cheese outside for the pie shell. The secret is not to have too much on the bottom, but you don't want to be able to see the bottom either. So once these are done, you put them all in the oven. About 25-30 minutes till they're golden brown. Keep an eye on them. Set your timer. And you might have to get a butter knife to dig around a little bit to get them out, because sometimes the brown sugar makes it overflow and it gets stuck a little bit. I mean, you could do all these with your hands, you know, and mold them, but this is just so much easier to make these. Make sure the bottom's not too thick. Even though you're using that, still make sure it's not too thick. It takes a little time, but they're really worth it. It's a wonderful treat. It's been in our family forever. So the easiest way to fill it, make sure you mix this. Again, the brown sugar gets on the bottom. If you have a lot left over of your liquid, then make more of the dough the next day. And don't let anything go to waste. If you have a little bit of dough left over, then use it for another pie shell, like maybe put it in a little baking pan and make a little cherries and cream cheese or something. It's a beautiful and delicious floured cupcake. It's got a good flavor. So use your tablespoon. Try not to get it overflowed, because remember I said they'll stick, and then it'll kind of be like a nightmare to get them out. my children's favorite cookie for the holiday. I made some, gosh, what did I make yesterday? I made some melted whey butter cookies that I'll give a recipe to you for, and real easy. I'll be dipping them in chocolate. So what I do is I put my spoon in there like that. There you go. Bake at 350 for 25-30 minutes. You want to get them nice golden brown. So one more time. You can butter these or spray them. So we used to stick our fingers in butter and then make sure they are all not sticking. Mini tart shaper that you could use, or you could use your hands, but always have a little side dish of flour. It really helps. You've got 1 whole stick of butter, 1/8 ounce of cream cheese, and 2 cups of sifted flour. You could use all-purpose flour, that's fine. Mix it really, really well. Use your hands like a dough, and then put it in the refrigerator in a container and save it for the next day. This is 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 cups of light brown sugar, 4 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. You could use maybe a tablespoon or yeah, probably. Well, the recipe is like 4 teaspoons, so you could use 2 tablespoons of vanilla. There you go. And 2 cups of chopped walnuts. But remember, you want to smack them up a little bit and get them real small so they fit in the little cupcakes. So you've got your Italian walnut tarts. And again, you could use the same the dough for the big pie if you want to make a pie. So you want to make it maybe this thick. You don't want it that thick, it would be too much. That's perfect. About maybe 1.5 inches high, 2 inches. There you go, everyone. So there you go. There's a nice Italian little cupcake recipe. Enjoy, and God bless.